Hello, hello.
Hey, hey.
Matt Hunter here, and I'm with my fiance Brittany Battaglia right now, and we just wanted to shoot a quick video showing actually how we create an ad. So as a lot of you know, if you're on our fan page, or if you're seeing this in an email, or if you're seeing this on our Facebook page or whatever, a lot of you already know that we run ads online. We do online marketing using Facebook ads and all that, but we've never really shown what it is that we do or how we do it, especially how we do it. So we're actually about to put together a new ad that Brittany's been running. We just edited it a little bit, but we're about to host it live right now. So we were just going to kind of film this and walk through the process of how you create an ad in Facebook Ads Manager, so that you can follow along and
do it.
Kind of learn a little bit of what we're doing. So stick with us, because this is not scripted by any means. We're certainly just kind of doing this off the cuff here. So stick with us here. Pop that up so we're not super small. Okay, so this is the ads manager in the back office of your Facebook. I really won't get into all these numbers and different things about what's going on here, but just know that this is the ads manager. So we're gonna go ahead and hit create up in the corner up here for a new ad.
This is actually one of my ads too.
Right, this is Brittany's ad. She wrote.
Really excited.
It's about her story. And we won't actually be showing like how to write an ad right now, but if you are interested in that, I'll drop a comment with the link to the post that we're using right now, and then you can just hop over and read her ad, kind of see how we cosmetically write the copy and include links and emojis and different things like that to kind of spice it up. So but this is her story ad is also from her fan page. So if you're interested, you can go give her a like on her fan page and see how we operate. So okay, so I'm actually gonna make this a little smaller for this right here so I can see. Sorry about that. I know we're pretty and everything, but okay, so we're gonna get started here. We're actually going to create multiple ad sets, because an ad sets, essentially, when you're creating an ad, you are also creating and targeting different interests, so that ad is shown to different audiences. Similar to how you've ever Googled something, and then when you are done Googling, you go back on Facebook and there's an advertisement for that product. It's because someone's targeting people who have already, somehow or another viewed that item. So we're going to create multiple different ad sets, because we're going to target multiple different interests and therefore audiences. So you can do it both ways. You can do it one at a time, but I'm going to do it today doing multiples. So for what we're looking for here, we're looking for leads, which is what Facebook will optimize. Facebook will optimize our, for leads. Let me just pop back here. So I'm going to back up actually and just go back to this first step up here. I'm going to create a new campaign. That was going on to our old campaign for her old ad. So I'm going to click conversions, because we're looking for Facebook to optimize for leads, not for there's traffic and engagement and different things on here. You can see we're not looking for that stuff. We want people to convert to leads. So we're doing that, and I'll just go ahead and title this Brit's story, edit, and the date. Continue. Little dance music video. Okay, so now back to the same page we were just on. I'm going to create multiple ad sets. We're looking for leads, like I just said, which you can look at, a bunch of different things. Okay, it's not going to give me the drop down again, but you can optimize for view content. So if you just want people to view the content in which that you're showing them, you can do that. If you want them to if you have enough sales, you can optimize for purchases as well. But the best and what's taught is to optimize for leads. So we're actually not going to edit a lot of what's right here. A lot of this is, you can, if you have custom audiences like lookalikes, which I won't get too much into a lookalike audience, but basically it's like if you have a bunch of people who have become leads and then you want to take that list of leads, you can upload it, and then Facebook will say, we'll create like a 2 million person audience that says this audience looks like the leads you uploaded. They're interested in the same things. They kind of move about Facebook in the same way, liking certain stuff, commenting on certain stuff, clicking on certain stuff. We're looking for everyone in the United States. You can add countries here. We're just going to focus on the US right now. You can change the age variance. So we'll actually probably bump that up to like 23, you think? We'll do.
The reason why we do that is just we're aiming for after college. Usually people in college are in college doing college things.
They're at a different place.
Yeah, so we're targeting above college.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to change it down by not to 65, or do you want to?
I don't care. I mean, I'm not ageist.
Ageist?
The word.
I like that. Is it?
I believe so. Yeah, or ageism or something. Gender, we don't specify. I mean, male, female, it's fine. Languages, I mean, if they're in the United States, they probably can read our stuff, so that's fine. We don't really need to change it, and it doesn't really change much. I mean, if you type Spanish or English, it's not going to really change much for the demographic. So detail targeting, this is where we're going to get into the interests and creating audiences, like we were saying. So we have a couple things. We're going to be targeting some different entrepreneurial type of careers. So this is going to be a little bit of a trial and error, and I'll kind of explain as we go, because I'm going to look at audience sizes as well. So some of the things that we have written down here that we might try to advertise to, the audience size might not be optimal. So then we'll kind of make adjustments on the fly. So roll with this here. So we're doing entrepreneurship for the first one. It's kind of broad, but you know, that's okay. So we have that one running right now too on her original ad. So it's kind of a nice split test in that regard too, to see how it's performing against the old ad with the same interest. That way, you know, I changed the ad copy. So if the same interest is performing worse or better, it kind of gives you an idea, right? Real estate. Tree broker, it's not bad. Or luxury real estate. Let's do luxury real estate. I'm gonna add that to the notes just so we are up to speed. Okay. So guys, just so you kind of know what we're looking at here too. So your size is what it's basically saying. You know, this is how many people fit the United States between 23 and 65 plus, and interested in some way or another in luxury real estate. You know, that's a person that we're trying to target. And so it says there's 13 million people. I don't know why. Usually there's a box over here. I'm not sure why it's not there that shows you kind of your current. Oh, it's because we're on multiple ad sets. If you're on a single ad set at the top, like I selected create multiple ad sets. If you're on a single one, over here on the side, it will show you your overall audience size. But anyways, you'll figure that out later. I can always make another video showing that. So we're doing car salesman. Let's take a look. Let me scroll down so I can see this a little better.
So what's like the number that you kind of want to look out for?
That depends on who you talk to. There's certain people that say for website conversion that you want to just be over 1 million. If you're doing a page post engagement ad, I've heard you can get as low as 10,000, but I've also heard it be taught that if you're doing a website conversion like this ad, that it can be anywhere from like 10,000 to, you know, multiple millions. Some of our mentors, Landon and Stapes, have tested every single, not every single audience, but like audience sizes all across the board, and they haven't really seen any issue. As long as your ad is congruent with your offer, it shouldn't really matter. Let's see if I can just do like Mercedes. So how do you sell it? How do you spell associate? Associate. I don't know if that's right or not. Okay, so we'll come back to car salesman. I'm not seeing anything, so we'll do small business owners. Let's try that. And then we'll do one more here for now, for the video at least. We can always come back in. I wanted to do insurance brokers. Try that one as well. So with these 4 interests, basically it will show an ad, the same ad, to people who are interested in entrepreneurship, but it will track. I'll have a separate section in my ads manager that will track only the details of people in entrepreneurship that clicked it, followed through, became leads, bought, whatever. We'll have a separate one for luxury real estate. We'll have a separate one for small business owners and a separate one for insurance brokers. But it's all going to be leading from the same ad. So an entrepreneurship person in the comments might technically comment right below someone that's an insurance broker, but the stats of those 2 ad sets will be shown separately for us to view. Does that make sense? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, so then we'll move on here. Whoops, real fast. So yeah, that's where we were right there. Okay, so edit placements. I always edit my placements for the ads. I do mobile only. Most people are on their phones these days rather than computers, so we like to target mobile only. There is a time where you can split test between mobile and computer, but I won't get into that right now. We can always help you with that training later when you decide to get going with us as well. So I shut off every single thing here except Facebook in the feeds. It just went gray, but these are 2 still selected. There's a little check mark in there. So it will only show up as an organic post in your Facebook feed. And I'm sure you've seen ads like that before where it says sponsored under the name. That's an ad. And that's how we want it to show up. We don't want sidebar or banner ads. We want it in the feed. We're optimizing for conversions, and I always change this to 1 day click or view. And then from there we get down to budget. So with 4 ad sets, if you're doing a solo one, this would just be how much do you want this one ad set to run per day. But since we're doing 4 ad sets, this total number here, as it explains right here, 4 ad sets with $20 a day, we're just going to do $20 so that it's $5 a day per ad set, okay? And essentially that's all you need right now to test. And then when you do find an ad set that's winning, you can scale that number up and spend more per day because you're making more on back-end sales. And if you have any questions about that, we offer training that explains literally everything I'm going over right now in much more detail. So we're gonna do 20 there, and we're gonna let it run continuously starting today. So that way I'm in control of when I shut this ad off. Whereas if you set a start and end date, it will end eventually. And even if that ad is performing incredibly well, you're making 10 grand a month off of it, it's gonna shut off. You can't like push the end date back, and that's bad for your business. So you want to be in control of that. And let's see. So this is just the current ad set. So I'm just going to change the names of these so I know what ones are what. So we did entrepreneurship first. $5 a day. We did luxury real estate second. We did small business owners. And this is just so that you can see in your Facebook back office, the ads manager, what I started this video in. This will show you each interest by itself so you can know which is which. That's all this is. We did insurance brokers. So then we'll hit continue again. And we are just about to the end, as we can see over here. This is, you can always go back to any specific part over here. We're getting down to the end right now. So this, I'll just rename Britt's story, edit, and the date again so we know what it is. We're going to use an existing post because we already have the post written on her fan page. We have her page selected here between hers and mine. So we have hers selected using an existing post, and we're going to select a post right here. We just posted this one 28 minutes ago. It's already got a couple likes. That's pretty cool. And so we'll post that, or select that, I mean. And then there it is. We have our pixel activated, which I'm not even going to get into that, but it's essentially to help with tracking. It's another thing that you can figure out and learn in the training that we can provide you. We're not promoting anything, that's fine. And we'll confirm. So now it's in review, and from there on we just wait. Facebook takes a look at it and makes sure that it is compliant. And when they come back and say it's compliant, then they say, cool, blah, blah, blah. And there we go. They'll make it good to go. So click into this. Just to show you kind of the finished process, if it wants to load here. So there they all are. So we have entrepreneurship, insurance brokers, luxury real estate, small business owners, and then it will show us all of what happens here. We can change.
And before we shut off anything or before we change anything, we let it run for at least 24 hours. So
yeah, we'll let it run a couple days typically, so then also it'll show us how many people click the link, what our cost per link clicks were, what percentage of people click the link to the amount of people that saw it, so on and so forth. It tells you a whole bunch of details, and you can add a bunch of different stuff to look at stats back here. But so that's just that. Now we're going to wait and see what happens, and that's essentially how we run a video. Let me see if I can pull this up here and stop share. There it is. So that's essentially how we set up an ad for Facebook. Beyond that, we literally let it work for us, and
the rest of the day we'll just use it as hours to learn more, to read more. But it's nice to have things working for you 24/7. That way you can do other things.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's kind of how we set it up. There's more to know than that, absolutely. And then there kind of comes follow up and email and autoresponders and different things like that, which we'll probably make a couple more videos over the next week or two, kind of just showing beyond the ad, so you can kind of see what's happening once someone opts in, you know, when you start getting leads, different things like that, what to do with those leads, how to cultivate those leads, and create a good buyer experience. So that's all. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it kind of didn't drag on too much. And but that's the name of the game. So that's you know, however long that took, that's literally a lot of the work we'll do today. Work. Otherwise, we're gonna go do a little bit more reading. We're gonna watch some training videos just to kind of like further educate ourselves. And you know, like I said, we'll probably write an email today to a lot of the leads we already have, make sure that everybody's doing well. And that's kind of the name of the game. So I hope you guys learned something.
Yeah.
And anyways, go ahead, click the link below if you want to see Brittany's post that we just ran traffic to. Go on there, like it, love it, shocked face it.
Wow.
Comment on it, and give Brittany's page a like as well. And otherwise, just let us know what you thought about the video. So,
guys, love and appreciate y'all.
Yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, and we will talk to you later.